actually my first video. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I'm going to wing it, give it a shot, and hopefully my professor enjoys watching this video. So, cross my fingers. Our assignment is to create a TED Talk video based on a particular topic that interests us, and I decided to choose vegetarianism. It's really important to me with this topic because I enjoy being a vegetarian. I definitely do. A little fun fact that I learned back then, within a year ago, would be in 1904 at the German Cancer Research Center, there was a study where 50% of men who became vegetarians would reduce risks of early death versus women at 30%. And to me, I think that's a pretty high percentage of people becoming vegetarians. I want to talk more about how it's important to become one, and if you do decide to become one, I definitely encourage you to do so. So don't give up and don't keep on thinking like, no, you're not going to get enough nutrients or nutrition whatsoever, but honestly, so why do you want to become a vegetarian? People are usually drawn to vegetarianism by all sorts of motives. Some of us want to live longer, healthier lives, or do our part to reduce pollution in our society. Others have made the switch because we want to preserve Earth and its natural resources, or maybe the fact that because we love animals and that we are ethically opposed to eating them. Around 70% of all diseases, including 1/3 of all cancers, are related to diet. A vegetarian diet can most definitely, reduce the risk for chronic degenerative diseases such as obesity, coronary artery diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, and certain types of cancer including colon, breast, prostate, stomach, lung, and esophagus cancer. So basically, having a vegetarian diet is very productive and definitely beneficial in terms of health-wise for everyone. Losing weights? Yes, 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 a definitely big fat yes. You will lose weight, I assure you. I'm going to tell you about the weight statistics. The standard American diet in saturated fats and processed foods and low in plant-based foods and complex carbohydrates are making us fat and killing us slowly, day by day. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and a division of the CDC, the National Center for Health Statistics, says that 64% of adults and 50% of children ranging 6 to 19 are actually overweight and are at risk for weight-related ailments, including heart diseases, strokes, and diabetes. For my ladies out there, you'll ease the symptoms of menopause. Many foods contain nutrients beneficial to perimenopausal and menopausal women. Certain types of foods are rich in phytoestrogen, which is a plant-based chemical compound that mimics the behavior of estrogen. Since phytoestrogen can increase or decrease estrogen and progesterone levels, maintaining a balance of them in your diet can ensure a more comfortable passage through your menopause. Soy is by far the most abundant natural source of phytoestrogen, but these compounds can also be found in hundreds of other foods such as apples, beets, cherries, dates, garlic, olives, plums, raspberries, squash, and yams. Because menopause is also associated with weight gain and a slow metabolism, a low-fat, high-fiber vegetarian diet can help ward off extra pounds. You can avoid toxic chemicals. Approximately around 95% of pesticide residue is in the typical American diet that comes from meat, fish, and certain types of dairy products. Fish in particular contains carcinogens such as PCB, DDT, and heavy metals such as mercury, arsenic, lead, and cadmium that cannot be removed through cooking or freezing at all. Meat and dairy products can be laced with steroids and hormones. So when you do buy dairy products, you should check the ingredients to see if they contain any of those detrimental products. You will spare animals, and I think that's very important to save animals' lives as much as we can. I know it's impossible to save, every single animal, but the most that we can do can definitely help the animal community. I actually went to Texas around middle school, and my cousin brought me to a farm to check it out, to see what it's like, because I've never been to an actual farm before when he asked me. And so I basically saw a farmer took a chicken by its throat, took a knife, and then slit its throat off and hung it so that the blood can drip off slowly. And I'm not sure why they do that, but I feel like that's really inhumane. And so after the chicken is hung and all the blood is like done dripping, they throw the dead chicken into the machine where it boils their skin, and basically their feathers are like plucked off. And then after that, you can see the chicken curled up. Well, they position the chicken. They're either curled up with their eyes open or their eyes are closed. And I was just terrified. I could not eat chicken afterwards. I felt like, oh my god, like what if I was a chicken? Like what if you were a chicken? What if one day you were just roaming around the fields with your friends, your family, and then some random person just pulled you by your neck and then slit your throat and have blood dripping off and then hung you while you're alive, because you're basically still alive, you know? And you're trying to struggle to come off, and then you realize that all your blood is draining out of your body, and eventually you die, and people boil you up and remove all your hair follicles and then bend you over into like a sitting position and then ship you off to the supermarket. How would you feel? Yeah. You can save money. Meat accounts for 10% of American food spending. Eating vegetables, grains, and fruits in place of 200 pounds of beef, chicken, fish, duck, anything else that is non-vegetarian food can annually cut individual food bills by an average of $4,000 per year. So you can save $4,000 if you become a vegetarian. You can do a lot with $4,000. You can like invest. Yeah, you can make investments. You can invest in a car. You can buy clothes. You can buy so many other things that you save up. So, enough about all those facts. I think you heard enough. Let me tell you about my side of the story now. I think I mentioned earlier in the video, I said that I've been a vegetarian for almost a year now. Started in January of 2011, and trust me, it was definitely hard. I mean, from a omnivore converting to a herbivore, it was definitely hard, especially when I used to be a steak girl. Like, I love eating beef. I would eat steak all the time, eating beef strips, eating beef stew, eating pho ball. Well, if anyone knows what pho is, but like in beef version, yeah, anything that was relevant to beef, I would definitely love to eat. And so it was hard for me to convert at first, especially the first 2 months. Yeah, first 2 months. It was tempting, especially when I went out with my friends and they would always eat burgers or like Korean barbecue. Oh my god, and grilled steak. Oh god. It was hard. But I learned to tame myself, and I learned to have self-control, and I collect my temptation very well. I do not get tempted anymore. So if anyone were to waft a steak in front of me, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's nice. All right, I'll just eat my salad. But eating vegetarian meals was hard. It was hard, but I got used to it as time went by, and I slowly adapt to it. And now tofu is my best friend. Definitely. Tofu, soybean, tofu skin, mushrooms, broccoli. I love broccoli. Broccoli is healthy. But let me tell you my everyday diet. So Monday through Friday, I would eat at home, but then lately I haven't been eating at home because of school and work, so I've been going out lately. But anyways, at home, my mom, she would cook for me. I love my mom's cooking. Who doesn't love your mother's cooking, right? My mom, she would cook a lot of noodles because I no longer eat rice. I'm actually working out. I do P90X, but it's so sad because I used to be hardcore on working out during summer, and then when school started in fall, I got lazy. So it's always day one every week. It's so bad. But anyways, I don't eat rice anymore, so my mom, she usually cooked noodles for me, and sometimes brown rice, but never white rice. I hardly eat any white rice anymore. And so she would make noodles or brown rice, and then like she would have tofu, soybean, and like different imitation of meat. And it's really interesting, like especially in the Vietnamese culture, we can imitate fish, fake fish with fake fish sauce. It's legit. It really is. We can also make stir-fried noodles with like vegetables, like, you know, cabbage, broccoli, mushrooms, sprouts, all that stuff with tofu. So that's that. And then ganjua, I don't know if you know what that is, but ganjua is basically spicy, sour, well, hot and sour soup in Vietnamese, and there's like pineapples and then tofu, and then there's fake ham too. Yes, we have fake ham. It exists. We also have fake beef. Yes. We also have fake chicken. However, the only thing that I have yet to try would be fake fried chicken. I've never had that before, ever. I've had fake fried fish, but not chicken. And I've also have not had fake steak. I am looking up on the ingredients, and I will definitely learn how to make it and one day experiment and see how it tastes. But yeah, so like that's like what I eat at home. Like my mom, I love my mom's cooking. It's always very homey, and she always have lots of vegetables. And not only am I a vegetarian, my parents and I, we all are vegetarians, and they started like a year before me. So they're at their second year and I'm at my first. Yeah. So yeah, so like that's what we eat. As for fruits, I love eating blueberries, and they're very healthy for you, especially for your memory skills. Yes. I love eating cherries and strawberries. I love eating oranges. Yeah, oranges is for vitamin C. I sometimes drink milk. Not that often. I got kind of scared from drinking milk when I was young. So from time to time, I drink milk with cereal, especially with pups. But I eat lots of yogurt. I eat the non-fat one with blueberry. I no longer eat butter bread. I only eat wheat bread now. So for my breakfast, I would always have a cup of tea, green tea, with wheat sandwiches with honey mustard, pepper, black pepper, and white eggs. I don't eat yolk at all. Yolk is supposed to be good for calcium, I know, but I don't like yolk at all. So that's what I eat. Drinking water, I drink water. Like I have like a gallon, well not a gallon, like this tall, like those portable water bottles. Yeah, and I drink at least one of that a day. Sometimes I forget to drink because I'm so busy, but I try to drink as much water as I can because you replenish your skin and it's healthy for you. It filters your liver. Yeah, so that's like what I eat. And sometimes I cheat. I know, it's bad. I cheat. I would eat fries. And did you know that In-N-Out have non-fat, non-fat fries without animal fat in it, and I thought that was really cool. But they're not as crispy as Burgermeister. But yeah, so I eat fries occasionally. I eat hot Cheetos. I still eat junk food, you know, but I try not to. It's just like my cheating snack, you know. Sometimes when I feel down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat it. So yeah, that's basically. Oh yeah, ice cream. I eat ice cream. I eat green tea ice cream, red bean ice cream. Yeah, only those two. I only use those two. So yeah, I think that's it for my vegetarianism rant. I hope you enjoyed this video and leave a comment.